You are not Cassius Clay anymore. Bumpy pushed the envelope across the table. That boy died tonight. Question is, who gets born? The young boxer's hands were shaking not from fear, from understanding. Everything he thought he knew was ending. Everything he could become was starting. This was the 3rd of March, 1966, Small's Paradise, Table 12. Muhammad Ali was still Cassius Clay, still owned by white men, still dancing for their money tonight. That changed forever. 2 hours earlier, Clay had been losing badly. Backroom poker game, high stakes, dangerous players. Money he didn't have, debts piling like snow. Angelo Dundee was supposed to protect him. His manager, his handler, his white savior. But Dundee was upstairs, drinking, laughing, counting commission money. Clay owed $12,000 to men who collected with hammers, to men who didn't accept excuses, to men who owned pieces of fighters. Literally, the game broke up. Clay sat alone, sweating through expensive suit, 24 years old. Heavyweight champion broke and trapped. That is when Bumpy's message arrived. Mr. Johnson wants seeing you now. Small's Paradise. Come alone. Clay knew the name. Everyone in boxing knew. Bumpy Johnson controlled Harlem, controlled fighters, controlled destinies. Clay walked 12 blocks. March wind cutting through jacket, thinking, calculating, wondering. Small's Paradise was jumping. Friday night crowd, music loud, laughter louder. Normal Harlem celebration, but upstairs was different. Quiet, serious, business level. Bumpy sat alone. Gray suit immaculate. Shoes polished mirror, bright 61 years old, looking timeless. Sit down, Cassius. Clay sat, tried looking confident, failed completely. You know why you are here. Poker debt? Poker debt is symptom. Real disease runs deeper. Bumpy opened manila folder. Photographs spilled out. Clay at casinos. Clay signing contracts. Clay with Dundee. Clay with promoters. Clay with white men who owned pieces. Tell me what you see. Clay studied pictures, saw himself smiling, saw himself performing, saw himself dancing, saw himself owned. I see business meetings. You see slave auctions. Words hit like body shots. Truth hurt more than lies. They're my managers, my team, my support system. They're your owners, your handlers, your masters. Bumpy pulled out financial documents, Clay's contracts, Clay's earnings, Clay's payments, all documented, all detailed, all devastating. Last fight. You made $2 million, how much you kept? Clay couldn't answer. Didn't know exact numbers. Never saw exact numbers. 400,000. Rest went to managers, promoters, trainers, lawyers, white men who own your name. The leverage revealed. Not threats, mathematics, cold numbers, brutal reality. But they make you feel poor, make you feel desperate, make you feel owned. Bumpy leaned forward, voice dropping lower. Question is simple. Cassius, you want staying slave, or you want becoming king? I am not slave, I am champion. Champions fight for themselves, slaves fight for masters. Which are you? Clay looked around room, saw Harlem through windows, saw community, saw people who looked like him, saw respect earned, not given. What you want from me, want you choosing tonight. Here, now, Bumpy pulled out straight razor, same blade carried 30 years, same steel that carved respect from fear, but he didn't threaten, he demonstrated. This razor built my reputation, not because I cut people, because I cut through lies, cut through deception, cut through chains. He set razor on table between them, symbol and tool. Your chains are contracts. Your chains are dependence. Your chains are believing you need white approval. Clay stared at steel, reflecting light, reflecting possibility, reflecting choice. I can cut your gambling debts tonight, $12,000. Gone. Forgotten. But price is higher than money. What price? Your identity, your name, your soul. Bumpy stood up, walked to window, looked over Harlem, his kingdom, his responsibility. Cassius Clay is white man's creation. Safe Negro. Smiling performer. Dancing monkey, good boy who knows his place. He turned back, eyes burning. Muhammad Ali is different story. Muslim name, black pride, independent mind, free man who chooses his battles. The choice crystallized. Not about money, about identity, about freedom, about manhood. Angelo Dundee owns Cassius Clay, but nobody owns Muhammad Ali, understand? Clay nodded slowly, beginning to see, beginning to understand, beginning to choose. Your white managers made you rich, but they kept you dependent. They fed you crumbs, kept the feast. Bumpy returned to table. Saturday down fixed Clay with stare. Muhammad Ali doesn't need white approval, doesn't need white management, doesn't need white permission. He fights for himself, for his people, for his beliefs. But the money follows respect, not other way around. You earn respect, money comes. You chase money, respect disappears. Clay looked at photographs again, saw different story, saw plantation, saw overseers, saw himself picking cotton, mental cotton, psychological cotton. What happens to my contracts? Contracts can be broken, renegotiated, rewritten, when you are free man, not slave. And gambling debts. Handled tonight, forgotten tomorrow, but only if you choose correctly. Bumpy opened desk drawer, pulled out envelope, thick envelope, green envelope. $12,000 your freedom price. Take it and you are Muhammad Ali. Leave it and you stay Cassius Clay. Choice time. Decision time. Transformation time. But understand something first. Muhammad Ali fights different battles, not just in ring, in courtroom, in media, in streets. Government won't like you. Military won't like you. White America won't like you. Clay's hands stopped shaking. Understanding brought calm. Clarity brought strength. But Black America will respect you. Muslim America will support you. Free America will follow you. What about career versus calling, money versus meaning, safety versus strength? You choose. Clay picked up envelope, felt weight, felt freedom, felt possibility. If I take this, if I become Muhammad Ali, what happens to people trying to own me? Bumpy smiled coldly. They learn that some men can't be owned, some men won't be broken, some men choose freedom over comfort. And if they don't accept that, then they meet Harlem justice. Clay stood up slowly, envelope in hand, decision made. Angelo Dundee. My promoter, my contracts. They won't just release me. They will when they understand consequences, when they realize cost of fighting, when they see alternatives. Bumpy picked up razor, folded it carefully, put it away. Tomorrow morning you announce name change. Muhammad Ali, new identity, new management, new terms. What about tonight's debts? Already handled. Men you owe understand new situation, respect new management, accept new reality. Clay walked toward door, stopped, turned back. Why you helping me? Because champions should be free. Because talent deserves respect. Because young black men need seeing what is possible. What you get from this? I get watching Cassius Clay die and Muhammad Ali get born. Door closed behind him. Clay walked downstairs. Different man than who climbed up, transformed man. Free man. The 4th of March, 1966, next morning. Press conference. Angelo Dundee sitting confidently, expecting normal announcement, normal compliance, normal control. Clay took microphone, looked at room full of reporters, looked at Dundee, looked at white faces, expecting dancing. My name is Muhammad Ali, not Cassius Clay. Muhammad Ali. Room exploded. Questions shouting, cameras flashing. History changing. Dundee's face went white. Lost investment, lost control, lost property. But Muhammad Ali was born. Free man, independent fighter, king of his destiny, fight contracts renegotiated. Management changed, terms improved. Respect earned. Ali fought Vietnam War, fought racism, fought injustice, fought system. Lost title temporarily, lost millions temporarily, lost popularity temporarily, but gained something priceless, gained integrity, gained self-respect, gained immortality. Years later, reporters asked Ali about name change, about transformation, about choice. Man came to me, Ali said, showed me mirror, asked who I wanted seeing. Slave or king, easy choice. What man? Man who understood freedom, man who taught respect, man who cut chains. Bumpy Johnson. Don't matter the name, matters the lesson. Some things can't be bought. Some things can't be owned. Some things just are. The 3rd of March, 1966. Night Cassius Clay died. Night Muhammad Ali was born. Night one envelope bought freedom. Night one choice changed boxing forever. The greatest fighter became greatest man. Not because he could fight, because he could choose. Choose freedom over comfort. Choose integrity over money. Choose respect over approval. Some decisions change lives. Some decisions change history. Some decisions change everything. Muhammad Ali made that decision in Small's Paradise. At table 12, with Bumpy Johnson watching, the young man who walked upstairs was slave. The champion who walked downstairs was king, forever.